Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and something a bit different today, actually, because I'm here with a very inspirational chap, Matt Botterman. Hello, Matt. How are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Very well. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. Now, wait for it, everyone. Matt is going to swim the channel, and he's doing it for the fantastic local charity that we all know and love, TaylorMade Dreams.
Yep.
For any of you out there who don't know what TaylorMade Dreams do, they enable children with life-limiting illnesses to achieve their dreams with bucket lists and things like that. They're an awesome charity. Matt, let's just get into it. Why are you doing this? What about your background? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's there, isn't it? We used to go on holiday to France a bit as a kid, and you'd go on the ferry, and I don't know, maybe I was an idiot, but you kind of go, if the ferry went down, could I make it back to land? Yeah. And definitely I could, right? In my mind, no trouble. Yeah. And then, so I played rugby for a number of years and started to kind of retire from that about early 30s, had enough of it.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing a little triathlon.
Okay.
I'd seen Ironman when I was a kid and thought, there's no way I could ever do one of those. Just the run would be bad enough, but kind of went, maybe I could go and do it. So, managed to achieve that. And then was just looking around for something else. Once you're into training, you're into training.
Yeah.
I think having done Ironman, it was like, well, what else? And you see the channel as a something to do. I need something to concentrate my mind on. Otherwise, I sit around and I don't do anything. So, it turns out less than 4,000 people have done the channel solo.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I'm a reasonable swimmer.
How far is the swimming an Ironman then?
Swimming an Ironman's 3.8k.
Right. And the channel?
33.
Okay, right, okay.
So it's nearly 10 times.
Yeah.
Quite different. And there's no wetsuits allowed. You have to swim it in a Speedo. So you have to deal with the cold. It's a totally different thing.
And what time of year will you be doing it?
So I'm doing it the start of July, which is early in the channel season. The channel season kind of runs May to September. Or very end of May to September, and you want the warmer water.
Of course, yeah.
So July's kind of early, but you push it a bit later and the weather might be a bit more iffy, you might not get such a still day.
You can't chance it anyway, can you, with the British weather?
No hope.
So where do you get in then? Do you literally walk down the beach and go in?
No, so you jump on, so you have a boat come with you all the way, safety boat. So I'll take the boat out of Dover Harbour. They'll drive round to one of the local beaches, Shakespeare Beach probably.
Yeah.
Get in as close as they can. You jump in, swim to shore, get out of the water.
Right.
So that you then start from that beach.
So it's a bit further than the channel.
So it's a bit further, yeah.
Just to add insult.
Yeah. And then, jump in, swim back towards the boat and keep going. So you're aiming for a point just up from Wissant Beach. So it's near Calais.
Right.
Can't go to Calais, it's far too busy.
Right, yeah.
But the shortest point, Cap de Grise is just kind of southwest, I suppose, from there. And you're aiming for that point of land for the shortest point. But it's a weird one because you don't swim in a straight line.
No, okay. Because of the current?
The tides, yeah. So the tides kind of almost go left and right on your swim. So you end up swimming a big S.
Do you? So you can go further?
Yeah, kind of. You only swim through that much water, but your track log will be longer.
Yeah. And so estimated time?
I'm hoping 12 to 13 hours.
Right, okay. So you've got to eat while you're doing that, have you?
Oh, yeah. So, you've got to take on stuff. You tend not to stop.
That's the boat's job, I guess.
Yeah, the boat will pass me water or whatever I'm going to be eating, probably lots of gels and sort of sports nutrition.
Yeah.
They hand you that as you go. But you try not to stop, so... Try to swim, first hour I'll swim without stopping. You're not allowed to touch anything, of course. You're not allowed to hold anything to float or hold the boat.
No.
You just tread water.
Right, okay.
But, if I stop every half hour, which is probable, that's going to be 20 odd stops.
Yeah.
So you add in, let's say I stop a minute at a time, that's another 20 minutes in the water, 25 minutes in the water. So you've got to be really kind of hard on your stops.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, again, you're still drifting. So the skipper's got to work out how you hit that point. That's a complicated one, but there are clever people who do that.
Yeah, you rely on your team to do that around you.
That's it.
Why TaylorMade Dreams? What's your experience with that?
So I'm lucky enough to say I've not had to encounter TaylorMade Dreams in my life, right? But just they're just a brilliant little charity. You know, they're very small. There's not too many people, you know, working for them. They don't work with huge numbers of people, but they just have a huge impact.
Yeah.
I was unlucky enough to lose my dad when I was 18.
Okay.
And he had cancer, quite a quick thing. But you just kind of go, at that point where something hits you like that in life, even little bits of help are just really magnified.
Yes.
The impact of that is huge. And I'm a father myself. I've got a little 5-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine it. It would just be horrendous. And, you know, I'm getting to do a dream. You know, in this, I'm achieving something that, you know, I'll be able to remember forever, and it just kind of fits with that.
Yeah.
Trying to do things while you can. Really, because you never know. We could be unlucky.
Well, absolutely, yeah. And like you say, you personally is going to get so much out of this because it is such an undertaking, and when you've achieved it, you'll probably go on to do even better things, perhaps,
Maybe
or bigger things.
Maybe, you never know. You know, there's
If there is anything bigger.
Well, there's an Atlantic row
Is there?
that kind of catches the eye a little bit, but that's I'm not sure how my wife will feel about that one.
Have you, in your training, is there anything that helps you with your mental strength going through that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're training a lot of the time in the pool or in the sea, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing to look at.
No,
it's just
a bit
continuous.
samey.
So I did a 10K swim this weekend, which
Right.
took me 3 hours down
Right.
in Brighton. And one of the guys I was training with, you know, we got in 6:30 in the morning, and we stopped for just a minute and went, "Look at that sunrise! That's amazing."
Yeah.
Now we've got to go back and look at the bottom of the pool. Yeah. You've just got to get into your head. I like having little questions, or like I'll say, you know, tell me a riddle. Ask me, you know, how would you deal with, you know, this? And then I can sit there and think about it and distract myself from that.
Okay.
I'd like ideas. If anyone's got any good questions,
yeah,
stick them out.
I guess you almost like have a folder in your mind of all these sort of things that you can turn to, because you're going to go through some difficult times probably, and you need a distraction from that, don't you?
Absolutely, distraction is the right word.
Yeah,
because I think for anyone being in their head for a whole day with nothing to think about.
Yes,
miserable.
It's a long time, and you're going to burn a lot of calories as well, so it's going to need a lot of food as well, aren't you?
I am, You're never going to keep up with the calories. I can't imagine how I'll do that. It's just keeping carbohydrate going in, so your body can keep fueled. I mean, it's probably a 12,000 calorie swim, something like that.
That's a lot, isn't it?
So what's that?
I mean, so maybe a lot of loading up beforehand then.
There'll be a bit of loading up,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's just train your body to do it. I mean, you need to keep high calorie food, energy gels, malt loaves. But there's only so much your body can take. You actually have to train yourself to do that. Otherwise, your guts get a bit unhappy.
Yeah, of course.
But I've done a bit of that with some of the Ironman stuff. But it's just working out. Well, how do you can't eat a sandwich when you're swimming. So it's not going to happen.
It might go a bit soggy, mightn't it?
Absolutely.
Or a pizza or something like that.
That's not going to work.
That must be tricky. And of course, you've got all the obstacles in your way. Maybe. I looked at this morning because I googled, swimming the channel, and things like jellyfish and just stuff like that. And of course, you might be in a shipping lane or stuff like that.
Will be in a shipping lane.
Yeah.
It's one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world.
Yeah.
So there'll be bits where you might have to pick up your pace, like, okay, there's a ship coming over there. Let's get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Bits where you might have to slow down, but actually that's difficult. If ever you go swimming, you'll swim along at a normal pace. If you try and slow down, your legs sink and nothing, your timing goes.
You lose your momentum, I guess.
Yeah, you do. So there's all of that. Then there's jellyfish. They actually found Portuguese man-o-war on the beach in Brighton this year.
Right. It's all dangerous, isn't it?
That'll hurt.
Yeah.
They reckon you just have to accept you're going to get stung. Don't kind of think maybe I'll get I'm going to get stung.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt, but
it is what it is. Just fight your
you
way
know
through
it's
it.
coming. But on a whale, of course, there's a humpback in the channel currently, or a couple of them that people are seeing off Seaford and some of the other places. That'd be cool to see.
So the whole time, you're never going to get a chance to have a look around, are you? Really?
Not really.
You're doing the. I'm not a swimmer. You're doing the front crawl thing. Your head's coming over, but you're not going to be able to have a look up and see.
Not particularly. No. I mean, I'm sure there'll be moments where you'll stop for a feed and you'll kind of look up and have a bit of a look around and realise what you're doing.
And will it be dark at any point, or is it?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah.
So you tend to go off 3 or 4 hours before high water.
Right.
So you kind of go, the tide's coming in, so you're swimming against it.
Yeah.
Just how it then drags you in different bits of the channel.
Yeah.
So the week I'm doing it, that's probably going to be about 2 in the morning.
Okay.
Between kind of 2 and 5 in the morning that I'll set off.
Right.
I can't decide if that's good or bad, really. I mean, if you set off super early, it means you're done by lunchtime, and you can.
Well, yeah, I think it'd be better because if you're finishing when you're at the end, you're 13 hours in and you're tired and it's dark.
Yeah.
That's going to be a challenge. So the other way round, hopefully, is the best way.
I think that might be the better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Then again, have a lie-in, get in the sun.
Sure.
You're already suffering by 10 hours, so it might as well be dark as well.
Are you going to celebrate afterwards with like a McDonald's or something horrible like that?
Just eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
A good lay down.
Yes,
Just
good.
Guilt-free.
Yeah.
Guilt-free.
So how can people get involved? Obviously, donations are the important part, which through your Just Giving page, which we'll put the link below.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But do you need anything other help in with sponsorships or anything like that? Or
Well, I mean, no. So
Okay.
the swim is something I wanted to do, right? So I've saved up and I've funded that. That's entirely me. So anything people donate can go towards the swim. So,
Right.
so every penny goes to where it's actually helpful. And
Perfect.
that's quite important to me. It's I'm getting something out of this. I'm getting to do that swim. So I cover that bit. I'd love people's ideas on, what I can think about while I'm doing it. So
Right.
some of those questions, that engagement would be good.
Okay.
But then if people, it's a good cause, right? And people want to sponsor me, it does help me get in the pool. Like last Friday, I was up at 6 to come down to the pool after storm, and I didn't want to do
Challenge,
it.
isn't it?
And it was, so and so and so and so and so and so have stuck their hands in their pockets this week. You need to go and get in the pool.
Yeah.
Get in the pool and you do your swim. But if people want something more personal, I'm all up for that, right? So, want me to go, and one of the guys at the swim club said, I'm fed up of seeing you in your Speedos. Can you just wear swim shorts for a session?
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. It's
Yeah.
harder work. It's draggy.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Want me to go and sit in an ice bath because I'm doing some ice baths to get used to the cold? Sure. How long do you want me to be in there for? I'll send you a video of me suffering. I'm really up to personalising this, right?
Yeah.
Want to advertise your business? I'll stick it across my chest or my
Right.
back. Or
Okay. That's a good one.
whatever people want to do,
Yeah.
I'm kind of up for that.
Yeah, I think we can come up with so many different things because also that's good content for people to see and keeps you in their minds, isn't it, as well?
Absolutely.
So any businesses out there that like to sponsor Matt for this, then please do get in touch.
Yeah, let me know what I can do.
Yeah, in any way, shape or form. Any sort of any outdoor businesses or sort of swimming products or anything like that, or
Absolutely,
energy bars or
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'll come and whatever I can do to help. If it's raising money for the charity, brilliant.
Yeah.
I've seen people train by just like getting in a paddling pool and strapping themselves to like a bungee cord and just swimming against it.
Oh, right, okay.
You want me to come and do that somewhere and look like an idiot? That's absolutely cool. No problem with that.
I'd do anything to
Yeah,
take my mind off the thing in front of you.
It's something different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just not endless laps of swimming. So, yeah.
Are you nervous? Are you?
Yeah,
you are.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be that's going to get worse as you get closer, I guess. Is it?
I don't know. So at this point, I'm really nervous of the cold.
Okay.
Yeah. So your local pool is maybe 26 degrees, right?
Yeah.
And you jump in, you kind of go, oh, that's a bit fresh. The channel will be 16.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky.
And you're not allowed to wear a wetsuit.
No wetsuit.
When David Williams did it years ago, he had all this goose fat on him or
and
something.
stuff.
Yeah. You allowed to do that? Or
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So people tend to use lanolin oil and stuff.
Right.
It doesn't really keep you warm. It'll stop you rubbing because you rub under the arms and neck and stuff. It'll do a little bit of good. I will slather a bit of that on.
Yeah, but that doesn't keep the cold out.
No, not really. And I mean, I've swum this year in kind of like 8, 9, 10 degree water. And I'll swim an hour and I'm absolutely cooked. I need to come out and warm up for 2 or 3. But then at the weekend, I was swimming in 19 degrees and totally comfortable.
Right.
So my swim's somewhere in the middle, but I'm very nervous of that.
Yeah. I hope and I think that once you get going, you'll be all right.
I hope so.
Yeah,
but
I mean, the initial
it's
bit.
hard to know.
Yeah, well, if you haven't done it yet. But you're doing training in the sea, aren't you?
Yeah, doing some training in the sea. At the moment, the sea is so cold that you can't do kind of the length you need to do. So I'm trying to get my volume of training in. So I think I've swum about 50k this month.
Right, okay.
Which is fairly good going.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of lengths to your local pool. 2,000 lengths of your local swimming pool.
What is your local pool? Where'd you go?
I go to Goldsmiths.
Goldsmiths in Crowborough.
Freedom Leisure, and then the Sea Lanes in Brighton, I mean, people probably don't realise it,
didn't
but
know.
we've got the National Outdoor Swimming Centre in Brighton.
Oh, right.
And it's a brilliant pool down on Madeira Drive,
Yeah.
50-metre pool, semi-heated, so it's 19 degrees, but it's lovely. You can wear a wetsuit if you want. Obviously, I don't.
No,
It's fantastic.
Oh, that's good training,
I'd
isn't it?
encourage anyone to go down there. It's
down
a
there.
really nice session.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the cold's my nervous thing.
Yeah.
Just going, I don't, and there's no real training for that other than just get in the
Just
cold,
getting and going for it.
suck it up a bit.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to get anything from the people on the boat to try and warm you up at all.
No.
You just got to get. But in July, it's going to be a lot better than it is now.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
you'd
we'll have a
hope
heat
so.
wave.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, please, a bit of like
Please,
just for
God.
1 year, a bit of climate change would really help me.
That's it. Yeah,
But yeah,
good. Well, Matt, I mean, what you're doing is amazing. I can't, I take my hat off to you. But for TaylorMade Dreams, it's such a great thing because it's not a little event or a little thing you're undertaking. It's a big thing. So therefore, you should be, and I hope you will be raising big money for it.
I hope so.
We were talking earlier about a target, weren't we? And
Yeah.
I think you should set one so you can get one, so people know what you need.
Yeah, I need to. I mean, I'd love to do double figures of thousands. So 10 grand would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
More than that would be an absolute dream.
Yeah,
but that money would make a real impact. From what I understand from Susie, and that could be a couple of children's bucket lists. And
Yeah.
those bucket lists are just brilliant. So.
Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they? So let's please, anyone who's listening to this, please,
Yeah, definitely.
click the link below, go to Matt's Just Giving page and make a donation.
And make me suffer if that's what it takes. Right?
Make him suffer.
If that's what it takes, make me suffer.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
great.
Matt, thanks so much. I'd like to talk to you afterwards. After
Sure.
you've done it, it'd be great to have a revisit so you can tell us all about it and how
yeah.
it's gone, and hopefully maybe raise some more money afterwards when it keeps going.
Sounds good. Thanks for the time.
No, it's a pleasure. So we'll wrap it up there. So again, thanks, Matt, and we'll see you all for another podcast soon. Thank
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.